actually, I'm delighted to be here because I'm in the company of my yard sale partner, Tommy DeMayo. You might remember that from our pilot episode a year ago. We didn't know whether we will become yard partners, yard sales partners, or we will become friends, or whatever happens. We didn't know. But now we did become good friends. So good, in fact, that I've been invited to the family. I became a member of the family. I always go there for Christmas, for New Year's, and lately for Easter. And the story we're going to bring up to you now is the story related to Easter. It could happen to you. I haven't been in the house very much in May, and I decided to send a friend to check on the house. What are the conditions of the house? And we were in New York and sort of watching what's going to happen. We get a phone call. Ada, I invited friends for dinner tonight. And I walked into the house, and it smells absolutely awfully, and the smell comes from the fireplace, from the chimney. I said, oh my God, the house is going to explode. I have to run home immediately. But then I realized that my friend invited a couple of friends for dinner, and one of them was a technical person. So I said, cool down, let's see. Maybe he will see what's wrong. So I get a call 2 hours later, and my friend tells me, hey, there's nothing. The pilot is okay. So it's probably some kind of an animal which stuck somewhere in the chimney. Okay. Who do you find during the Memorial Day weekend? Nobody. But you have some friends, and they owe you favors, and they've done work for you. You've been nice to them. So I'm calling my friend Enrique, and I say, Enrique, I know it's Memorial Day weekend. Can you find a staircase? Can you please come? Because I have two more important guests coming, and it smells in the house. Enrique comes. He calls me an hour later, and he says, Ada, the chimney is absolutely clean. There's nothing there. Wow, what's to do next? I said, okay, let's wait until next day. Meanwhile, the evening was starting in Manhattan, and I and Tommy, we usually take one evening and go out to dinner and theater. One of us buys dinner, one of us buys theater. So, and I decided, okay, he's a Broadway guy, so let's get me tickets for him for something which has been talked about in town. So I got tickets for Company. He was running around somewhere, and I said, you know what? I'll meet you at the theater. The tickets are in the theater. And here's 7 o'clock in the evening. I'm standing in front of the theater, 7:02, and he's not there. He's not there. Of course, what I think, that he got a better invitation because he's in theater business. Maybe he got tickets for Music Man, maybe for something else. And I'm desperate. And at that point, I go into the theater. Where were you?
Oh, I was at the house, and I was surprised that you called, and it was like 20 after 6. And she says, you got here. I just got the tickets, please. So I jumped out. I got dressed quickly. Went downstairs, tried to get a cab. No cab, no cab. So I decided after 35 years that I would take a train. It's on my corner of 63rd Street. Get on the train, guess where I go? To Queens. Queens. Go back, it's another 20 minutes. Go on 42nd Street, get off, start running. Now I have a really hot coat, I have a sweater and I have a jacket, and I run the theater. It's now the doors are just being closed. I says, I have a ticket, I know Mr. DeMayo. He says, oh yes, here's a ticket, but you have to stand in the back because the curtain is just going up and we don't disturb it. So I says, fine. Meanwhile, it was so hot that I took off my jacket, and then I took off my sweater, really hot. And all of a sudden, was told, your seat is available, go. So I walked, and here's Ada right there, and the show started, and I'm looking, I said, Ada, these people look like monkeys, what's going on? And she says, where's your glasses? And I found that my glasses were not on me. They were behind me, somewhere on the floor. because when I took off my sweater, they felt, which I didn't know. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I decided, look, I said, you can't look, everybody will be in the room, we have to wait for intermission. Finally, intermission came, Otter goes on the floor, as always, finds the glasses, here, see it, yeah, put them on, and the second act was just really very, very, very good, and we started talking. And then she says, it's over.
No, wait,
Oh.
now. This is the event. Meanwhile, the two dramatic stories are developing now. One, that there's a smell in my house. Next to me is this person who I didn't think will appear and suddenly appeared and lost his glasses. And finally the show finishes and I feel like I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to go to sleep. But Mr. DeMayo had another idea.
I said, you've been really patient, you've been wonderful. I'm taking you to a restaurant, a wonderful restaurant on 55th Street. And it's open for about a year, but it's really beautiful. And it's called
Polo.
the Pope. See, I get help from her. I always get help from her. She loves helping me. And I keep telling her, would you write me a check? Help me, we're going to produce a show together. Well, we'll see. And that's my Otter.
Okay. So these two events plus wonderful dinner in Polo Lunch, which is my favorite place now. I went to sleep hoping that some resolution will come next day. Next day, my very dear girlfriend, who is a big real estate broker, who knows everything, and I said, please go to my house and see where the smell might possibly be coming. She goes to the house and she says, certainly it's a dead bird or dead something somewhere. And maybe house is not properly cleaned. And I said, I don't think so. So, and it's Memorial Day weekend. So you cannot get any pest control people immediately. Finally, she calls pest control people next morning. And they said, oh my God, we're not available until Saturday, but for you. And if it is an emergency, double pay, okay, we'll do it maybe within a day or so. Meanwhile, my cleaning lady comes. And my cleaning lady, I tell her, Maria, would you please look maybe somewhere, some rut or something somewhere. And she came with the 8-year-old boy who was following her around everywhere. And she says, nothing. Everything is totally clean. And suddenly I hear from the back, little boy, Mom, I think I found it. I found it. Oh my God. During the Easter at Tommy's house, the decoration sitting plates at the table were eggs painted with the names of the guests by his niece, and she's very artistic, and those eggs were so beautiful that I took them with me. I took them with me in a little basket as they were, and I put it on top of my chimney. And those eggs were standing there from Easter to Memorial Day weekend, and that was the eggs. Imagine how much money I would have spent for the pest control people, for the chimney people, for breaking the walls people, for putting the walls together. Oof! So then I said, okay, I called my friend from Kazakhstan, Borat. Borat is my friend. And I said, Borat, can you imagine what happened to me? And he said, nothing. Back in Kazakhstan, you know what we do? If the contractor doesn't pay us enough, we take an egg, we put the egg in the wall, and we close the wall. And contractor underpaid us, but that's okay. He will hear from us, or we will hear from him. 2 months later, we had a call from a contractor. Purat, please come back. So I take my crew, I take everybody, and we go back and we break all the walls, because we know where the egg is. We break it, we put it back, we charge a lot, and we are very, very happy. So that could happen to you. And this is the lesson to be learned. Well, I'm happy I could share our experience with you. And we will be rolling through the summer, and I'm sure we will come across some more exciting episodes, and we'll be very happy to share with you. Meanwhile, have a nice rest of the summer. And thank you, Tommy. Thank you for
Thank you.
always helping me out, coming with me to the program, because it's lonely.
Well, I'm always glad to be with you.
Okay, thank you. Good night.